Welcome everybody to Wager Talk Today, the best daily sports betting show on the planet. I'm Lawrence Presman, your host. We got a great lineup today. Teddy Covers joining us. He's going to talk some college basketball. Michigan playing Arkansas and Wisconsin on the road in Illinois. After him, we've got Jesse Schule with us. He's going to look at the Dallas OKC game. He's also got a prop bet for us. And we're going to end the show with the doctor of props, Andy Lang, and he's got a book of prop bets plus a same game parlay. I'm Lawrence Presman. I am doing this show this week out of my cabin in the mountains in Whistler. It's beautiful outside. I got my ski beard going, and I'm ready to rock. Teddy Covers, welcome to Wager Talk Today, my friend. I miss you. How are you?
Well, it's funny, Lawrence, because I get on the show and I realize, I haven't missed you that much. I appreciate it, though. Good to be here. I had Dallas last night, so no fun. I've been in better moods today than that was rough.
I had the over. Yours was a horrible, horrible beat, and I'm sorry about that. And amazing watching Jerry Jones's face after they ticked off, block the punt, then fumble the punt on their bingo card. I know. Is there any ways that they haven't lost yet this year? I think a safety. I think they haven't lost on a safety yet.
Well, there's still time.
Well, there you go. Teddy Covers with us, one of the best handicappers on the planet. We're talking college hoops. We're going to get straight into it. Michigan, Teddy, they're playing Arkansas. They're -4. This should be a really good game. We got an 8-1 Michigan, 6-3 ATS against an Arkansas team that is 7-2, but struggling to cover the number. Only 2-6-1 on the year. Both these teams 3-6 to the under. How do we attack a game like this?
Opened in the 145.5 range, even as low as 144.5. And I'm seeing as high as 148s out there right now at leading indicator books. So it's telling us the wise guys do expect pace in this ballgame. They probably also expect fouls as well. Arkansas, of course, this is the Jimmy V Classic, ESPN, Madison Square Garden. Certainly the stakes are high. How do we phrase this? There's a lot on the line for a December non-conference game between a pair of teams that have both gotten off, as you mentioned, to solid starts. Only one of the two has shown us profitability so far this season. And that's a big part of my early season handicap. This is a Michigan team. Again, they finished 8-24 last year. They've already matched last year's win total in the first season with the Dusty May. Of course, Dusty May, the former Florida Atlantic head coach, helped them reach the 2023 Final Four. And he has absolutely had an early impact on the Wolverines. They got a pair of 7-footers, Golden and Wolf, both of whom are averaging better than 12 points a game, both of whom are shooting better than 55% from the floor. So Michigan's certainly in good form right now. They're playing well, and they've got plenty of talent. Arkansas has played 3 games against Power 4 opponents this season, and they've been behind by double digits in all 3 of those contests. Now, admittedly, Baylor, Illinois, I think both are notch or 2 better than Michigan. And they did rally from double digits down to beat Miami on the highway. So there's something to be said for that. All that being said, early season college basketball, I'm really interested in point spread success and point spread failure. Where are the two teams being priced? And to me, that makes all the difference. Michigan, 6-3 ATS. When they're not laying double digits, competitively priced games, they're 3-1 ATS. Away from home, they've already beaten Virginia Tech, Xavier, and Wisconsin. So they've been an undervalued commodity in general, and they've proven they can win away from home. Arkansas, on the other hand, Calipari's taken over, and they've gone 2-6-1 against the spread. They did beat Miami away from home. We talked about the Baylor and Illinois losses, but also worth noting, 0-3 ATS when not laying double digits. So real simple. The markets have overvalued Arkansas and undervalued Michigan to open the season. I don't see that having changed going into tonight's game. So I do expect a battle. I don't think Michigan's going to run away with this game. And certainly Arkansas is battle tested. But when all's said and done, I think the Wolverines are the undervalued commodity in this matchup, and I could only take Michigan minus the 4.
Yeah, and Teddy, listen, we all handicap games differently. You know, we got guys like Marco who love his sandwich games and his letdown spots, etc., and tactical handicappers, eye test handicappers. One of the angles that I love, and I speak about this regularly, is when a team plays, well, not up to snuff, but wins. I like to take them in their next game. Michigan was up against Iowa in their last game, December 7th. They were minus 9.5. They squeaked out a victory by 2. This is one of those spots where they did not play at their best, yet they got the dub. So I love that spot personally to bet. I don't know if that's something you normally look at.
So what I'm looking for in early season college hoops, and again, I'm not trying to handicap 360 college basketball teams. All right. I've got the Power Four conferences I pay attention to and the West Coast schools, West Coast Conference, Mountain West. Really, 6 conferences is what I'm trying to pay attention to night in, night out when it comes to college hoops, not 20 or 25. But conceptually, I'm looking for marketplace failures. I'm looking for where teams are mispriced. And when you find teams that are mispriced in the markets, and you'll see that in early season play, these are streaks you can ride every bit as much you can ride streaks in baseball or ride streaks in the NBA. In college basketball, when you find teams that are priced wrong, it can take a while before the markets catch up. And that's my main area of focus, especially early season college hoops. It's much less about matchups. It's much less about situations. It's much more about the actual value that I'm seeing on the teams based on current market indicators.
Teddy Covers joining us. Guys, it's $5 Tuesday over at WagerTalk.com. I've got a 4% NFL ATS bet. It's my bet of the week up for $5. Teddy, what do you have going for the clients? And then we'll tackle the Wisconsin-Illinois game.
I have a 5% big ticket in the NFL for Sunday.
Wow.
Boy, the numbers are real good with the big ticket. 6-2 with my 5% big ticket records across sports in September. I don't put out a lot of them. 85-53. Every play, every day, 5% since 2021. 10-5 with my last 15 NFL 5% big tickets. 45-26 with my 5% big tickets in the NFL since 2018. That, my friends, is a track record of profitability. So you can get that right now. WagerTalk.com, WT.buzz/TC, just $5.
Well, Teddy, I have not looked. I don't know what your 5% play is, but I am very curious. So, guys, you heard the numbers. Teddy's 5% are gold, and he's got one up for Sunday. Today, up until midnight PST, it is only $5. That is less than a double shot latte, extra hot with 2 sugars tall. That's what I order when I go to Starbucks. Teddy covers Wisconsin playing Illinois. So head to head, interesting, Teddy. Illinois, they own this team. They've won 8 in a row, but they can't seem to cover. 1-9 ATS against Wisconsin. Now, obviously, that doesn't matter. There's a lot of turnovers. This year, we got an 8-2 Wisconsin team playing a 6-2 Illinois team, and the 8-2 is a dog plus 6.5. How are you betting this game?
Yeah, I'm not so sure where you got those numbers from because my numbers say Illinois 8-0 straight up, 8-0 against the spread their last 8 meetings against Wisconsin. So that I'm not sure where you track those numbers down.
I read
you might want to double check them before you announce them.
I read them wrong. I read them wrong. I read them wrong, and I'm glad you're here to correct me. I miss you, Teddy.
Let's talk about Illinois and Wisconsin. My clients and I cashed a bet against Illinois this past weekend when they traveled to Northwestern, a game that went to overtime where underdogs go to die. And Northwestern punched back really hard in OT, ended up winning the game outright over Illinois, a game that was not played at Illinois' preferred pace. The Illini are a team that's very comfortable getting up and down the floor. Northwestern isn't, and Wisconsin isn't, for what it's worth. right now. Look at the Wager Talk free live odds screen. I'm seeing the Fighting Illini minus 6.5, total 154 is the prevailing number right now. And my bet against Illinois last week was a bet on Northwestern. And it was Northwestern's the undervalued commodity right now, and let's take advantage of that. Now, off a loss against a team that they have dominated. Again, 8-0 straight up, 8-0 against the spread the last 8 meetings. That's every meeting since COVID. Illinois, so they're coming off the loss, and they didn't play poorly, just Northwestern played well. And they're facing a team that they have dominated. Now, Wisconsin, they've got multiple fifth-year seniors. They are certainly a veteran squad compared to an Illinois team that's very young. That being said, Illinois' young guys are really good. Boy, if you've seen that Frosh Jaconius start lighting up from three-point range, and all of a sudden it can change a game in a hurry. And he's not their only strong freshman contributor. Worth noting, Illinois, the number one most fortunate, quote, free throw defense this season. Only 58% of free throws have gone in against the Illini, which in theory makes them a little bit better ATS than they should be. Wisconsin's the best free throw shooting team in the country. You say, oh, wow, this is where Illinois' free throw shooting defense, which isn't real, but they've been lucky in that regard. This is where it comes to an end. That's only if the refs call free throws. In the Big Ten, boy, you see some really physical play. Saw that in the Northwestern-Illinois game last weekend. And if Illinois gets to play physical without getting fouled, that's certainly a factor in their favor. Now, Wisconsin's not a team I'm enamored with. All right, I bet against Wisconsin over the weekend with Marquette. Marquette, they gave them a game in the first half. Marquette beat them up pretty good after halftime. Now, that's back-to-back losses for the Badgers, who started 8-0, 0-3 ATS, their last 3. They're heading in the wrong direction right now, and I think they're a little bit of an overvalued commodity. All right. Now, Wisconsin has beaten Arizona. They have beaten Pitt. They have beaten UCF. All right. So they have some pretty good resume builders behind them, but I don't think they're the better of the two teams. And it's certainly worth noting, at Illinois, Brad Underwood's teams, 26-2 straight up following a loss since 2020. And 21 of those 26 wins have come by 7 or more points. I like the Illini here. If I'm playing, I'm laying Illinois or pass for this bet.
Teddy, that 26-2 stat's phenomenal, and I love betting on these coaches' statistics because there's something there. There's logic. It makes sense. Are you a great motivator? Are you a guy that can make changes, adjustments? And clearly this coach is a great motivator, especially after a loss. That is something that you guys need to write down. 26-2, outstanding. Teddy Covers joining us, everyone. We've still got lots to go. Jesse Schule and Andy Lang as well. Teddy, you got that 5% play up. It's a $5 play. What else? You have anything going in hoops tonight?
It is worth noting, I watched the press conference after the game, and Brad Underwood, the Illinois head coach, he wasn't really upset with the fact that his team lost in OT. It wasn't one of these, I'm raging and we're going to, it was, all right, they played well. Underwood's certainly a coach worthy of respect. There's a ton to promote right now. Look, promo code TC365 is going to get you a full year of every play, every day, in every sport for $99 a month. Again, promo code TC365 gets you a 1-year all-access pass. And, of course, we've got the great 10 days for $99, no promo code needed, going up right now. That's available for me, Lawrence, for you, for any of the cappers at WagerTalk.com.
Yep.
No promo. You just go to our page. Normally, you get a 7-day all-access pass for $99. Throw 3 extra days in for free. So less than $10 a day gets you every play for the next 10 days for the handicapper of your choice at WagerTalk.com.
Teddy Covers, thanks for joining us, brother. Be well. Guys, okay, so we got Jesse Schule coming, but really quick, that 10-day $99 package is so outstanding. It's the perfect time as well with everything going on right now, sports-wise. If you guys have never If you're a new customer, a new listener to Wager Talk, just take a shot and pick your handicapper. Try them for the 10 days, $99. You're going to see all their plays. You're going to read their analysis. You're going to understand their sort of betting cadence and rhythm. You're going to figure out whether that person is for you long term. Um, our handicappers are exceptional. We vet these guys. We spend, look, in all seriousness, I'm one of the owners of the company. We get hundreds of applications from people who want to come on Wager Talking Sports Memo. It's hard to get on. These guys are incredible. So try them out. If you want to go longer, we have a $199 package right now for the entire month of December. Faster you buy it, better the value. Jesse Schule joining us, everyone. Uh, the resident meat lover. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I probably need to make sure I get my exercise if I want to eat that much meat every day.
Well, I mean, you do exercise, right? Like I exercise. I mean, look at these pipes, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, no, I hit the gym every day, bench press and farmer's walk and a little bit of yoga here and there. I know it's tough to tell by looking at me.
So you do the like what the farmer's work? Like you're working on your grip strength? Are you a rock climber? What's up with that
Farmer's walk is when you
exercise?
walk around with heavy weights, right? So I walk around the neighborhood with a
I know what it
45-pound
is.
plate in each. Yeah. Well, I mean,
In
it
both hands.
intensifies. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, impressive. Jesse Schule, everyone. Let's get into some actionable betting information. We're going to talk Dallas and OKC. Both teams, outstanding start to the year. OKC 18 and 5. Both teams are covering. Dallas 14-9-1 ATS. OKC 14-7 2. Dallas is playing to the over slightly. They're up over three games, 13-10 1. And you've got OKC basically even 11 and 12 to the under. Here we have a game that the total is 231. You like the under. Tell us why.
All right. Well, the NBA Cup. I can't really say that I'm a fan, but if I see a betting opportunity, it's just as good a opportunity as any. I'll pounce on it. And the trend so far in the NBA Cup is high scoring games. We saw that last year in the in season tournament, and we've seen that so far this year. Last Tuesday, there was 11 NBA Cup games. 8 of them went over the total. That being said, this game is a single elimination quarterfinals game. And despite the fact that last year, 5 of the last 7 games in the tournament went over the number, this particular matchup is it comes with a revenge angle. Of course, Dallas eliminated Oklahoma City in last year's conference semifinal. And it was probably one of the most competitive, one of the better series in last year's playoffs. I don't know if you guys remember, Luka was kind of banged up, and there was some really defensive, low-scoring games. The total went under the number in 4 of those 6 games, but if they had a number of 231, the total would have gone under in 5 of the 6 games. The fact that we got the revenge angle, the fact that Oklahoma City ranked second in the NBA in opponent scoring, allowing just 103.8 points per game. I think that this game has a good chance to go under that number of 231. I mean, 231 is a pretty big number for a single elimination game.
Yep.
So, and it is $500,000 on the line for each player. And I know that's not going to mean a lot to Luka, but some of the bench players and some of the other guys will appreciate an extra $500,000.
Jesse, I know you got a prop bet for us on this very game, but let's just pull back for a second. Obviously, the NBA Cup is new. I understand it. It's sort of an ode or an attempt to generate the interest that the FA Cup has in the UK. And I mean, there's a clear difference. The FA Cup allows all teams, soccer teams in all divisions, to get involved, and it creates unbelievable drama. With that said, are you handicapping these games any differently to just, tomorrow's slate of tomorrow's slate? Is this a playoff atmosphere? Is this where, they tighten up on defense? Is this where we're going to see low scoring fourth quarters? Is this where we're going to see more fouls towards the end of the game? How are you handicapping these games versus the regular season games?
Well, I mean, one of the things, Prez, is these still are regular season games. These games still count in their overall
Right.
records. So everything that traditionally applies to handicapping basketball, the letdown spots, the revenge angles, the must wins, the second game of all those still apply. What you'd like to see more effort. You'd like to think that you'd have more hard fought games, but as I just outlined, that hasn't been the case. And to me, it sort of signifies a failure of the whole concept of the
Right.
NBA Cup. And you mentioned the FA Cup. Well, the FA Cup it's got a lot of advantages compared to the NBA Cup. One of those is one of the main differences. Those games don't count against the Premier League season, but yeah, I mean, I'm focusing in on the totals here, and I was betting a lot of overs earlier on in this tournament, and still the data says overs are the trend, but I'm going to buck that trend today, and I do like the under based on the revenge angle and this particular matchup.
Well, you got a prop bet for us on Luka. What is it?
Okay, well, Luka dominated the boards in last year's conference semis. He averaged 10.5 rebounds per game in that series. Some of you would remember he was banged up. He had a bit of a sore knee. He wasn't scoring as much as he regularly does, but he was still pulling in the rebounds. I remember Andy Lang was wise to that and was cashing in frequently. He has actually owned the Oklahoma City Thunder on the glass. 23 rebounds in 2 regular season meetings versus the Thunder last year, and he's coming in with 35 rebounds in his last 3 games. Oklahoma City ranks dead last in the NBA in opponent rebounds per games. They don't really have the size. Luka's a big lad, and I expect him to get double-digit rebounds here. The number is 8.5, so over 8.5 rebounds for Luka.
Jesse Schule joining us, everyone. You watching anything interesting on TV?
No, you mean no? I'm watching live news about the healthcare CEO assassin.
Yeah, I got nothing to add to that. Jesse Schule, we love having you on, brother. Honestly, I'm up at the chalet. I'm going skiing. Like, I can't follow the news all day long, and plus, it's just misery after misery. Anyway, Jesse Schule with us, guys. Take advantage again of our offers today. $99 for 10 days. $199 for an entire month. Jesse, what do you've got going for the clients?
Well, $5 Tuesday, I do have a college basketball play for $5. It's a 4% play, and plus 111 units with college and pro basketball over the last 365 days. That's pretty damn good, Prez. I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah. Uh, th- there's a reason you're on Wager Talk, brother. I do not clap when a pilot lands the plane, and I will not clap for you doing your job. Way to go, Jesse! I clap.
Yeah, do your job.
Win for the clients, baby. Love having you on. We'll see you next week or the week after. Thanks for joining us.
Anytime, Prez.
Guys, pleasure, dude. Guys, moving forward, it won't happen today, but starting tomorrow, we will go back to the daily presidential address. I will be doing some NFL all week. I'm going to be taping the NFL presidential address later today, so that is up. I have written it all. I love the card coming up for the week in NFL. But before we even think about NFL, we got a slate of more actionable betting information coming your way. Andy Lang joining us. And Andy, you're going to be joining us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Yeah, so Andy was mocking me for my
You
there
got
we
me?
go. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna be bringing a lot of props to the show, and what's fun is we get to talk about a lot of different sports. So we'll be talking about some NBA, NHL, and after the first of the year, we'll be adding a lot of different sports. So happy to be bringing a bunch of props info to the show, man.
Andy, have you watched Senna? 6 episodes. I got one left. I kind of know the ending, so I'm trying to actually avoid watching that last episode. It's on Netflix. It's 6 episodes long, and it is a 10 out of 10. It is spectacular.
I just started Black Doves, so I'm going to go through Black Doves and
I
watch the
have
first
that
episode.
next
It's
up.
great. It's the first episode's great, so I'm sticking with it for sure. So, and then I love when they always add episodes of Unsolved Mysteries. That was like one of my favorite shows as a kid, and now it's updated on Netflix, and they have all these. They have all kinds of different episodes. So,
Yeah, well, everyone should know my favorite show as a kid. Hey. Okay, Andy, let's
well,
go.
Black Doves has the main guy from Warrior in it. So there's a nice little
really?
callback. For you and
Asian
me.
guy?
Yeah, he's in
son.
it. So,
A son?
yes. All right, let's talk some props here.
No, stop. Does he do martial arts? Wait. Does he do
No.
martial arts?
No, it's
Oh,
completely
man.
different.
It's like,
Yeah,
that's like
completely
having
different.
Colin Farrell play the Penguin. Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
let's
All
move
right.
on. NBA props, brother. What's going on?
Okay, let's talk about some NBA props. These are just some leans and some interesting trends. You can take a look at Isaiah Hartenstein. You can grab 11.5 points, but search for 10.5 points. Take the over 10.5 points. Dallas is awful against centers. They give up 25.8 points per game to centers. That is 29th in the NBA. Jakob Poeltl just had a 20-point game. DeAndre Ayton, 18 points. Walker Kessler, 16 points. Centers are going over against Dallas, so that's a way to exploit their defense. Isaiah Joe, this is one of my tricks that I love, Prez. This prop is minus 200, okay? You're taking Isaiah Joe over half an assist. So you say, well, when is a minus 200 prop a good idea? Well, when he's hit it 19 out of 21 games this season. He plays 21.7 minutes per game. He averages over 3 potential assists. And you're just playing this at minus 200, it's a bargain. It's hit 19 out of 21 games. You're up huge on a guy that's playing over 21 minutes a game and getting all those potential assists. And then the other interesting one is Kyrie Irving, and I'm interested on your opinion in this one. His rebound total is 3.5. Now, here's the trick with this one. He's gone over in 8 straight games. He's getting a ton of potential rebounds, so you're immediately thinking over. Here's the problem. He had 1 rebound against OKC in 36 minutes the last time he played him, and he's gone under against OKC in 5 out of the last 6 games. So, Prez, when you're looking at this prop, do you take the recent trend, or do you take how bad the matchup is with the team that he's playing against? What do you lean?
So, Andy, it's such a fascinating question, just conceptually. I'll tell you right off the bat, the sample size against OKC is not big enough. So I actually throw that out of the window. I'm much more interested in the recent form. Not only that, but I'd have to look deep into that. Is it the same person guarding him all the time? What kind of minutes is he playing? What's his, load management situation in those games? Are those games back-to-back games? There's too much involved in that small sample size of the OKC Dallas matchup for me to be interested in that trend. But I am interested in that the form that he is currently in. And we just had Jesse Schule on saying, "Hey, take Luka over 8.5 rebounds." So, what are the chances of both of those props hitting, given that they're going to be fighting for rebounds?
No, they both get easily hit. There's a ton of rebounds in this game, especially if they get to be fast-paced. I would lean Hartenstein as my favorite play in this game. I actually put that up as a free play over at WagerTalk. So that's what I'm looking up in NBA. You want to talk a little NHL here? This is right up your alley. I'm taking Ryan Hartman.
Yeah, big card tonight.
Yeah, I'm taking Ryan Hartman to not have a point, and this is actually a client play, Perez. Only 6 games with a point out of 22. 8 games without a point. And surprisingly, I did not pencil in Utah as being a great defense this year, but 9th best in scoring. They only allowed 6 goals in their last 4 games, and Ryan Hartman is not on the first power play unit. I believe he was last season, but he's not listed on the top power play. So he's only getting 1 or 2 shots on goal per game. The scoring opportunities aren't there. Tough defensive matchup. This is a client play that I have played with my own money. And then the other one I'm looking at is Anders Lee, under 2.5 shots on goal. He's gone under 6 out of 7 games. He's playing the number 1 defense for shots on goal. LA. They do not allow very many shots on goal. I think they allow like 10 less shots on goal than the worst team. Like, can you imagine stepping on the ice and knowing you're going to get 10 less shots than if you play the Anaheim Ducks or the San Jose Sharks? So it's a brutal matchup. He's gone under in 4 out of the last 5 meetings against the Kings. So those are a couple NHA props I got my eye on.
Yeah, and I like both of them, but I like the Ryan Hartman prop better. The Ryan Hartman prop, I think, is a rock solid prop. What kind of juice are you paying on that?
I'd have to look it up. I don't have it in front of me, but you're probably laying minus 150-ish on there. But that's kind of what you have to do when you have a guy going up against a tough defense who's cold. You lay the juice. I have no problem laying juice on it. So,
Andy, how do you do these prop bets in the sense of like there's a million available, and you're coming on here with 3 NBA, 2 NHL. That's 5 out of a potential 1,000 opportunities. How do you isolate it down? I mean, there's no way you go through each person in each game and each rebound, point, shot, 3-pointer. I mean, how do you make this work?
Number one thing is you limit the categories that you're looking at. There's only a few categories I look at in NBA, and it's specifically because of that. Like, you can drive yourself crazy. You can spend all day. So I look at made 3-pointers. That's been a good one for clients in the NBA. I think we're 13-7 in NBA. We just cashed last night on a 3-point prop. So those have been really good to me. I'll look at points. I'll maybe look at assists. I don't like the combo categories like the points, rebounds, and assists, or points and assists. So you can make life easy for yourself by eliminating a ton of categories that are volatile. And in hockey, I only look at 2 things. Shots on goal if the number is 1.5 that I'll play for clients, and guys not to have a point. So you eliminate a ton of categories, and that makes life very easy.
Few more minutes left with Andy Lang. Andy, you've got a same game parlay for us, and this is something you're going to be doing on a regular basis. What is it?
Yeah, so we started this on NBA tip-off, and I hit 2 in a row at 8-1. That was awesome. That was really cool. So we're up nice on those. I'm going to the Magic and the Bucks tonight, and I don't play a whole lot of same-game parlays in the NBA. But, man, this one jumps off the board. So it's the Magic and the Bucks. The Magic, now without Banchero and without Wagner, who's going to be out for a while. So this is a depleted Orlando Magic team. And we're just going to take the Bucks to win. We're going to take Damian Lillard to have 3+ rebounds and Middleton to have 3+ assists. Middleton has played 2 games this season. He's had 5 and 6 assists in those 2 games. He's only playing about 20 minutes. But he's getting healthier. He looked great. 7 and 6 potential assists. And then Damian Lillard has gone for 3 or more rebounds, believe it or not, in 13 straight games. He's averaging 8.4 rebound chances. And this is an Orlando Magic team that I don't know where their offense is going to come from tonight. I think there's going to be some bad shooting in this one. So I think this is a Bucks romp. This Orlando team, there's only so many injuries in the NBA you can absorb. So I expect a big game from the Bucks tonight. That gets it to minus 105. So nice little close to even money same game parlay for tonight.
There we go. Andy Lang, everyone. Guys, it's $5 Tuesday. If you've never purchased from WagerTalk, today is the day. Every handicapper has their feature play up for only $5. Teddy's got a 5% play in NFL. I've got a 4% play in NFL. Andy Lang, what do you have?
We got a best bet up again in UFC. We had a 5% UFC up for $5 Tuesday last week. Cashed it pretty easily. Wink, wink to those who had the play. It was not an easy cash. But this is the last UFC event of the year, Prez, this Saturday. So we're going to go out with a bang here. We've had a fantastic year. We're on a 41-22 run in UFC. Hit 4 out of our last 6 bets, and I just absolutely love this card. I love this UFC card from a betting perspective. These matchups have been posted for a while, and I was very excited for this week to come around because I knew what the $5 Tuesday play was going to be. So that is over at WagerTalk. Let's end the UFC season on a bang with a big winner.
Brilliant stuff. Andy Lang, everyone. And guys, my God, our UFC team is talented. Whoa. Between Andy, Kyle, Gianni, I'd go out on a limb and say we have the best UFC betting team ever assembled, ever. And all three of them are exceptional. So if you guys don't bet the UFC, I mean, we're basically just raining money in that sport. What a great show. Shout out to Teddy, to Jesse, to Andy, a whole lot of rhyming there. Guys in the chat room, I will not be in the chat room this week, but I will check the comment sections every night. Make sure to check out Teddy's opening line report taped yesterday. It's one of the best shows we have at Wager Talk, as well as my NFL presidential address, which will be up late tonight. Thank you all for watching. We will see you tomorrow.